Hypervigilance is a state in which the brain maintains an unusually high level of alertness to potential threats. It is not a personality trait or a strong intuition, but a measurable pattern of nervous system activation often associated with stress-related conditions. In normal functioning, the human brain continuously scans the environment for safety signals and risks. This process is handled primarily by networks involving the amygdala, threat detection, the prefrontal cortex, evaluation and control, and the autonomic nervous system, bodily response. Most of the time, this system operates below conscious awareness and filters out irrelevant stimuli. Hypervigilance occurs when this filtering system becomes biased toward detecting danger. The threshold for interpreting ambiguous cues as threats is lowered. As a result, neutral stimuli, such as a door closing, a change in tone, or a passing movement, may be processed as potentially significant or unsafe. This state is commonly observed in individuals exposed to chronic stress or trauma. It is frequently studied in the context of post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, but it is not exclusive to it. It can also appear in anxiety disorders, prolonged exposure to unpredictable environments, or sustained high-pressure conditions. The underlying mechanism is not overthinking in a psychological sense, but increased physiological arousal mediated by stress hormones such as cortisol and adrenaline. From a neurobiological perspective, hypervigilance involves increased amygdala responsiveness and reduced top-down regulation from the prefrontal cortex. In simplified terms, the brain's threat detection system becomes more reactive, while the systems responsible for contextual interpretation and inhibition become less efficient. Functional imaging studies show heightened activity in sensory processing areas as well, meaning that external stimuli may feel more intense or intrusive. Physiologically, this state is often accompanied by elevated heart rate, muscle tension, increased startle response, and difficulty maintaining sleep. The body behaves as if it is preparing for immediate action, even in the absence of a real threat. This is part of the fight or flight response system, which is adaptive in short bursts but costly when sustained over time. One key feature of hypervigilance is attentional bias. Research in cognitive psychology shows that attention becomes selectively tuned toward threat-related cues. This can lead to constant environmental scanning, difficulty concentrating on non-threatening tasks, and rapid shifts of attention toward minor changes in surroundings. Importantly, hypervigilance is not always maladaptive in the short term. In genuinely dangerous environments, heightened awareness can improve reaction time and increase survival probability. However, when the state persists in safe contexts, it leads to cognitive fatigue, emotional exhaustion, and impaired decision-making due to continuous resource allocation to threat monitoring. Clinically, hypervigilance is treated as a symptom rather than a standalone diagnosis. Interventions typically target the underlying condition, whether that is trauma-related stress or chronic anxiety. Approaches studied in clinical literature include cognitive behavioral therapy, exposure-based methods, and techniques aimed at regulating physiological arousal. These methods work by gradually recalibrating threat perception systems and restoring balance between reactive and regulatory brain networks. In summary, hypervigilance is a neurocognitive state characterized by persistent threat monitoring, driven by heightened activity in stress and attention systems. It reflects an adaptive mechanism that has become overactive, shifting the brain into a mode optimized for danger detection, even when such detection is no longer necessary.